Health officials say that cholera has killed 50 people in Zamfara State. The latest figures or infections struck Zamfara State after residents began drinking water directly from streams and untreated wells after a main water pipeline was forced to shut. The Zamfara State Health Commissioner, Mr. Kabiru Janyao, says the state recorded an outbreak of cholera in the past 1 week in 6 local government areas of the state, which has resulted in the death of 50 people, while several others have been hospitalized. He also said that road construction around the state capital, Gusau, forced officials to close a main source, leading to water shortages in several parts of the state. Cholera, a highly contagious intestinal infection, is transmitted by water contaminated by human waste. The disease leads to diarrhea, dehydration, and death if untreated. Nigeria suffered cholera epidemics during the rainy seasons of 2010 and 2011, with nearly 2,000 people killed over 2 years.
First Bank, truly the first.
Okay, let's move on to business news. Here's Joke Rogers. Joke?
Thank you, Ijoma. 47 artisan groups in Kwara State have been empowered by the government. Kwara State Governor Abdul Fattah Ahmed gave the Artisan Congress 100 million naira in loans to purchase their tools of trade. The revolving loan, from which each member will receive up to 500,000 naira, is expected to be repaid within a year with a month's moratorium. But it's not just about the money. To make the loan more meaningful, Governor Ahmed has directed the state's ministries and agencies to patronize the artisans to enhance local content.
The money you receive today will boost your various businesses and contribute to you and your family's welfare. Consequently, I urge you to be fair and just in distributing the monies so that all your members will enjoy the benefits. Our determination to fund your Congress is because all of you are important to the economic development of our state and therefore deserve all necessary support.
Fuel marketer Forte Oil, formerly known as African Petroleum, has reported its pre-tax profit more than tripled to 3.22 billion naira compared with 898.33 million naira in the same period last year. The company's revenue rose to 92.12 billion naira in the 9 months to September 30th from 71.42 billion naira in the same period last year. Forte Oil attributes the strong performance to a clear focus on its business transformation initiatives, which includes strategic retail and commercial business expansions, commercial retail base and non-fuel revenue activities. The fuel marketer's profitability outperformed its third quarter projections of 2.6 billion naira profit after tax, while the revenue recorded also surpassed the 78 billion naira expected in the period under review. As part of its diversification plans, Forte Oils successfully acquired the 414 megawatts Geregu power plant in Kogi State under the recently concluded PHCN privatization. Let's get a feel of Tuesday's trading session at the Nigerian Stock Exchange. Here's Harriet Agmeyi with the details.
Hello and welcome to the Stock Market Report. Well, the Nigerian equities market resumed its uptrend as key indicators appreciated by 0.27%. The all-share index ended Tuesday's session at 37,368.10 with a market capitalization of 11.93 trillion naira. Well, 27 equities appreciated, led by Forte Oil, Guinness Nigeria and Nigerian Breweries. They recorded price gains of 6 naira 58 kobo, 6 naira 6 kobo and 4 naira in that order. Now, on the flip side of the price movement chart, 29 stocks shed weight to trail blue chip stock Cadbury Nigeria, which dipped by 2 naira 50 kobo to top the laggards list. Transnational Corporation of Nigeria was one of the day's most active stocks with over 33.39 million units traded. Other top traded stocks are Guaranty Trust Bank, Axis Bank, First Bank of Nigeria Holdings, and ICO Insurance PLC. And when the closing bell rang, investors had in 5,180 deals exchanged over 308.03 million units for 4.25 billion naira. Well, those are the day's trading figures. I'm Harriet Agbinu.
Showed that the U.S. economy added 148,000 jobs in September. However, the figure is lower than the 18,000 that economists had predicted. Analysts believe that that's 180,000, beg your pardon. Analysts believe that lower than expected figure could raise fears the U.S. economy is losing momentum. The release of the figures was delayed by the partial shutdown of the U.S. government earlier this month. Meanwhile, unemployment rate fell to 7.2%, down from 7.3% in August. Well, that's the business news tonight. Ijoma returns in just a moment.
We move on to sports news now. Here's Charles Aruka. Charles.
Well, thanks, Ijoma. Nigeria's Golden Eaglets forced Sweden to a 3-all draw at the FIFA Under-17 World Cup, coming from behind twice in the game. The Manu Garba-led boys found themselves trailing 2-0 in the early in the first half. Isaac's success got a goal back for the Golden Eaglets as the half ended 2-1 in favor of the Swedes. Substitute Taiwo Awoniyi drew Nigeria level in the 60th minute, only for the Golden Eaglets to fall behind again. Awoniyi got the all-important equalizer to ensure the 3-time world champions left with a share of the spoils. On the local scene, relegated shooting stars of Ibadan have confirmed the dismissal of technical crew led by chief coach Hakim Busari. Busari, alongside his assistants Tunde Odubola and Hadi Haruna, were handed their sack letters today in Ibadan after the team slipped to the second division of the Nigerian League. The coaches claimed that they've been victims of boardroom politics that marred the Oluyole Warriors campaign in the just concluded season. In the UEFA Champions League, Italian giants AC Milan were forced to a 1-all draw by Spanish side Barcelona. Brazilian star Robinho put Milan ahead in the 9th minute before Argentine wonder kid Lionel Messi drew level for the Catalan giants in the 23rd minute. Last year's finalist Borussia Dortmund secured a precious away win over Arsenal, beating the London side 2-1 at the Emirates Stadium. Jose Mourinho's Chelsea defeated German side Schalke 3-0 with a brace from Fernando Torres and an Eden Hazard goal. Napoli also secured a 2-1 away win over Marseille in France. Celtic beat Ajax 2-1, while Austria Vienna lost 3-0 to Diego Simeone's Atletico Madrid. Romania's side Steaua Bucharest and FC Basel played a 1-all draw, while Russian side Zenit St. Petersburg defeated Portuguese side FC Porto 1-0. All this might just shake the football world in general. FIFA President Sepp Blatter has revealed he will step down in the near future and could be succeeded by Jeffrey Webb as head of the sports world's governing body. Blatter, who has been in power since 1998, made the revelations in an impromptu remark before giving a speech at the CONCACAF summit. The 77-year-old's remarks will only fuel speculations that he will stand down before the next FIFA presidential election, which will be held in 2015. Webb is currently the president of CONCACAF, Cayman Islands Football Association, and FIFA vice president. And yet another hairdryer session. Former Manchester United manager Sir Alex Ferguson has used his autobiography to settle scores with David Beckham and Roy Keane. Ferguson's much-awaited autobiography was released to the press today and did not disappoint those hoping for an insight into some of the rows that marked his lengthy career at United. One of the most prominent targets was David Beckham, who has an 11-page chapter reserved for him. Ferguson claims the midfielder thought he was bigger than his manager, resulting in his departure from Old Trafford in 2003. Regarding Keane, his former captain who left the club in acrimonious circumstances following some severe criticism of his teammates, Ferguson revealed that Keane overstepped his mark.
I think the big problem for me, and I'm a football man really, he fell in love with Victoria. That changed everything, I think. And being a football man, that I had to think about my own control of the club and where we're going with that. And if he had asked my advice about leaving Real Madrid to go to LA Galaxy, I would have told him exactly what I thought. How can you leave Real Madrid to go to LA Galaxy? And also I think towards the end he probably did miss the big time football. And that's a decision he made himself. Maybe in years to come he'll look back and say, well, maybe I should have stayed with Real Madrid, whatever. He's an icon to every kid in the world. He's a very wealthy guy, so how can I possibly argue with that? But I've never had any issue with him at all. I liked him. I thought he was a marvellous guy. For Roy, he overstepped his mark. Absolutely overstepped his mark. And there was no other thing we could do. For all United fans who wondered why we did certain things, there had to be a reason. And the most important reason was that I couldn't lose control over players if I wanted to remain at United. In terms of
whether on the pages of a book or in the dressing room, the hairdryer has to come out one more time. And that's it on Sports News. It's back to you, Joma, with the rest of the news at 10.